Hey everybody, I'm Christopher Green. You're tuning into AMTV Alternative Media Television. It is Friday, August 12, 2016. Now, I was driving into the studio a couple of minutes ago in my truck. I saw a bumper sticker in front of me, one of these smart cars, you know, because they're so super smart. And the bumper sticker on the bumper of the car said, hashtag Hill Yes. Like, hell yes for Hillary Clinton. I almost jumped out of my truck. Before doing that, I actually got a crazy idea. It just kind of planted itself in my brain. I thought instead of getting an argument with the driver, who's probably an insane person because she's going to vote for Hillary Rodham Clinton, that instead I would launch my own t-shirt line. Hashtag Heil Yes. That's right, launching today. You can buy your t-shirt, Heil Yes, hashtag Heil Yes today at our store at amtvmedia.com. You can also enter in the domain bar, Heil, H-E-I-L, Clinton.com. Support the cause. Support Heil Hillary Clinton 2016. Donald Trump was interviewed yesterday, and he suggested that Obama is the founder of ISIS, which, by the way, makes Hillary Clinton the co-founder.
Was moving too slowly, but the fall of Ramadi has galvanized the Iraqi government. So with the additional steps I ordered last month, we're speeding up training of ISIL forces, including volunteers from Sunni tribes.
Now, the mainstream media is lashing out, right? Because they can't handle the truth. The mainstream media can't handle the truth. CNN, Fox News, MSNBC can't handle the truth because that is the truth. Barack Hussein in the membrane Obama is the founder of ISIS. Now, remember, folks, ISIS didn't even exist until Barack Obama and until Hillary Rodham Clinton. It was only all Al-Qaeda at that time. But now we have ISIS as a result of the active, continued destabilization of the Middle East. Now, yes, George W. Bush was also responsible for this. Republicans, they're both one party, Republicans and Democrats. George W. Bush was responsible for this, and Barack Obama and Hillary Rodham Clinton have continued this.
About 10 days after 9/11, I went through the Pentagon and I saw Secretary Rumsfeld and Deputy Secretary Wolfowitz. I went downstairs just to say hello to some of the people on the joint staff who had used to work for me, and one of the generals called me and he said, "Sir, you got to come in. You got to come in and talk to me a second." I said, "Well, you're too busy." He said, "No." He says, "We've made the decision. We're going to war with Iraq." This was on or about the 20th of September. I said, "We're going to war with Iraq. Why?" He said, "I don't know." He said, "I guess they don't know what else to do." So I said, "Well, did they find some information connecting Saddam to Al-Qaeda?" He said, No. He says, "There's nothing new that way. They just made the decision to go to war with Iraq." He said, "I guess it's like we don't know what to do about terrorists, but we've got a good military and we can take down governments." So I came back to see him a few weeks later, and by that time we were bombing in Afghanistan. I said, "Are we still going to war with Iraq?" And he said, "Oh, it's worse than that." He said, he reached over on his desk, he picked up a piece of paper, and he said, I just got this down from upstairs," meaning the Secretary of Defense's office today, and he said, "This is a memo that describes how we're going to take out 7 countries in 5 years, starting with Iraq and then Syria, Lebanon, Libya, Somalia, Sudan, and finishing off Iran."
ISIS came out of nowhere. Poof. A figment of Barack Obama's imagination as a result of continuing the destabilization effort in Iraq, in Afghanistan, the murder through NATO of Libyan leader Muammar Gaddafi, and then trafficking those guns from Libya into Syria with the aim to take out Bashar al-Assad. Now, of course, this is all admitted by the State Department, by Barack Obama, by the administration, by U.S. intelligence today, that they've been arming and funding what they call the moderate terrorists on the ground, although I don't know what the difference is between a radical terrorist and a moderate terrorist. I mean, they're both cutting people's heads off. Again, folks, ISIS didn't even exist before Heil Yes, Hillary Rodham Clinton, and Barack Obama. So Donald Trump is right about this. He's had to backtrack a little bit on Twitter saying it was sarcasm, but no, it wasn't sarcasm. He knew exactly what he said because it's the truth. Obama is the founder of ISIS. It's what got Christopher Stevens, CIA liaison, killed, several other Americans. There's lawsuits that are being brought against Hillary Clinton and the administration over this right now. Why would they find, or why would Barack Obama found ISIS with his co-founder, Heil yes, hashtag Heil yes, Hillary Rodham Clinton? Well, it helps this continuation of this perpetual, infinite war in the Middle East. Again, raise the fear level, raise the terror alert, create more terrorism, have all this terrorism flood through our borders. Here in the United States, we're also, of course, seeing this in Europe. We've seen it with the Paris attacks. We've seen it with terrorism here in the United States. Some of them false flags, like what we saw in Orlando. But this is all very real. Again, keep the people very, very fearful. That's how they control you. That's how they manipulate you. That's how the mainstream media manipulates you. In fact, it was kind of interesting last night. AMTV was featured on Bill O'Reilly.
In the personal story segment tonight, holding Hillary Clinton to account. Senator Rand Paul has been aggressively pursuing that.
Recently, you launched a campaign to hold Hillary Clinton accountable for her crimes. How are you going to accomplish that?
We're all for it. I think an indictment would be a good idea, followed by a prison sentence.
Joining us now from Bowling Green, Kentucky to elaborate, Senator Rand Paul.
I asked Bill O'Reilly because they stole our registered trademark, our tagline, hard-hitting and in your face. I don't know if they know this or not, but they should by now. They're obviously following us. I told you they were because they actually used our clip last night where we interviewed Rand Paul on how he was going to prosecute and bring charges to Hillary Rodham Clinton. It's kind of funny because I asked Bill, I said, Bill, have me on the show and it's all water under the bridge. You know, I'll let the whole hard-hitting and in-your-face thing slide. Well, they haven't had me on personally yet, but they did use our clip that we got at Freedom Fest, by the way, and they aired it live on Fox News. I got dozens and dozens of emails from you, our audience, last night. Thank you so much. And they are helping to propel and push that narrative, which is a good thing. And honest to God, we've got to give them a little credit there. They were probably like, Bill was probably like, you know what, let's give AMTV and this guy, Christopher Green, and his audience a little bit of a bone. So they did last night. Again, Obama created ISIS. He is the founder, and Hillary Rodham Clinton is the co-founder. You know, ISIS, the Israeli Secret Intelligence Service, again, none of this existed until Barack Obama and Hillary Rodham Clinton took office through their administration, and Hillary Clinton as the Secretary of State. We're working on these things. It is a shit show in the Middle East. It is a mess. Also want to talk about the election. I think that something major is going to happen before November. Now, if you look at the polls, Hillary Clinton is now taking the lead. She even has a double-digit lead in certain states, depending on which state you're looking at. So that's starting to accelerate, if those polls are to be believed, because it's not like they couldn't be manipulated, right? The monopolies that make up Google and Facebook and Instagram and Apple, Tim Cook, who favors Hillary Rodham Clinton. Of course, the search engine algorithm favors Hillary Clinton. It used to be if you searched for the election in 2016, guess whose picture came up first? Hillary Rodham Clinton. The whole thing's rigged. It's just like House of Cards. I don't know if you've seen that episode, but they're rigging the actual search algorithm in a show that's supposed to be fiction, but it's actually happening in real life, in reality. But I think there's going to be a major bombshell. I was talking to a friend of mine, and we think they're going to pull another rabbit out of the hat very, very soon, leading up to November. And I actually think it's specifically going to target Hillary Clinton, and it hasn't been outed yet. Not by Julian Assange, not by WikiLeaks. I don't think it has anything to do with their health. Could have something to do with the Clinton Foundation. But I think they're going to resort to really pulling that rabbit out of the hat. And hopefully, I think it'll be extremely detrimental to Heil yes! Hashtag Heil yes! Hillary Rodham Clinton. The American people can't handle the truth. Again, if you don't believe me, if you think this is just conspiracy, ask yourself the question then, where did ISIS come from? Because you had never heard of it. This is if you're a critic, not if you're one of my audience members and I'm preaching to the choir, but maybe you've never seen me before, never seen our platform. Maybe you just caught us on Fox News last night, courtesy of the O'Reilly Factor. Thanks, that was pretty cool. Even though I still got beef with you, Bill, and you need to have me on your show so we can talk about why Hillary Clinton needs to be in jail. But if you don't believe me, just ask yourself the question, where did ISIS come from? And if you do your due diligence, you'll find that Donald J. Trump was right and factual when he said Obama is the founder of ISIS. Get your t-shirts today in our store, store.amtvmedia.com. That's HeilClinton.com. Thank you for your support. Hashtag Heil, yes, hard-hitting and in your face. I'm Christopher Green. Get it out everywhere, make it viral, and put your comment, question, and buy a t-shirt in the description box below. Peace.